GG's, man. And Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
You got any resolutions? I'm thinking about adding them into the video.
Just to win more hockey games. You?
Oh, here. I wrote mine down.
Keep winning hockey games and... I don't think you can say this on the channel.
Why? They would deserve it.
First of all, I don't know if anyone deserves this. Even hockey referees. And secondly, this would be like a big deal.
No one would care.
Yeah, they would. I'm pretty sure national news would pick this story up.
I think I could sneak it under the radar.
The United States presidential debate would have a question specifically on how to resolve this.
You're being dramatic.
No, like, I'm pretty sure the UN would get involved at a certain point.
That would explain all the messages I've been receiving from them.
Maybe just keep it to winning more hockey games like me.
But you aren't winning.
I know, but in the new year...
Oh. I think you'll still be losing.
Yeah, me too.
Low quality fans of a high quality Bruins team. That is a very, very elevating dub. My goodness, I could float right now. By the way, it was an I Am Knuff sweatshirt underneath the jersey last episode. And I know, this movie turned out to be real polarizing for a lot of people. A lot of people were upset about all sorts of things. But I'm a big fan of movies just being movies, and I thought Ken was hilarious the whole time. So I got a little gag gift for Christmas, and this thing is unbelievably comfortable. Unbelievably comfortable. All right, let's correct this. 1 second. Better. What a great win. I know we're going to complain about some stuff, but not till we get there. We're going to get there. But we are going to have a conversation about the goaltender interference. That was goaltender interference. I pride myself on being a man who knows what goaltender interference is. I do. I genuinely know the rule and know how it works. I genuinely do. I've read the rule over and over and over again. I've watched video on it. I've listened to National Hockey League representatives talk about it. I know how that rule works. That was goaltender interference. Let's talk about this Red Wings team. But before we do, Jambi Pot. Some of you might see him in the comments. Some of you might be part of the Discord, which you should join. Like, comment, subscribe. Nailed it. He's a moderator in there. He is hugely important to this channel. Just an absolute warrior for everything I do, and he's just been present the whole time. He's awesome. And I think everyone needs to congratulate him on a major life event tonight. The man got married! The mad lad! Can you believe it? Here's a picture. Here's another picture. Say congratulations to Jambi Pot. He is, yes, a Red Wings fan, but he's also a huge Bruins fan. It's a weird combination, but that's what we got, and he is a spectacular human being. I can assume that his new wife is a spectacular human being. And for those of you who know The Forgiven in the Discord, that's the other guy on the right side. On the right side, how is this going to work out with the pictures? In the Bruins jersey, The Forgiven, that's that dude. This is about Jambi Pot, though. Either way, congratulations, man. We love you. Keep killing it. Sorry about your loss tonight, but also sort of win. You know, this worked out really well for everybody, I think. Let's talk about this Red Wings team. This Red Wings team has beaten us the last 2 times we played them. In the 3 games we've played them this year, they've scored 11 total goals on us. They have the 3rd best offense in the league. They have the 14th best power play and the 14th best penalty kill. Their midseason acquisition, Patrick Kane, has 6 goals and 13 points in 12 games played and is a +6 in plus-minus if you believe in such a stat. They're also 3-7-0 in their last 10 and firmly outside of a playoff spot with the 12th placed standings points percentage in the conference. Not in the league, in the conference. Also, if you can hear those fireworks, I apologize. I tried to make sure this is cutting out as much extra noise as possible. We know what holiday it is. I'm not a fireworks fan. I think they're dumb. I don't like them. And my neighbors love them. Like 4 a.m. love them. It's not good. Obviously, their season isn't over, right? They have an excellent offense. A 4 or 5 game win streak basically puts them right back into the conversation. They just got to figure out how to keep the puck out of the net. the 25th in the league in goals allowed per game. And I believe they have the 20th ranked all situations save percentage between their goalies. That's not great. That's bad. But what's even worse is how it's happening. If you're a Red Wings fan and you're here, why can you guys not hold on to a multi-goal lead? Not that that showed up in this game, but I feel like maybe I'm just seeing the highlights because I haven't been able to watch a ton of Red Wings hockey lately. But it feels like over the last 3 or 4 weeks, I keep seeing a 4-goal lead blown by the Red Wings. They still won in overtime, though, or they lost, or they're blowing leads in the third period. I think 3 out of their last 5 games before this one, they blew a lead in the third period. I think they won one of those games, but still, that's bad. That's not good. And it's a frustrating issue that we, Bruins fans, can understand because our team has gone through dips of that same issue. Here's a fun stat I found on Twitter. I have not done the legwork to make sure that this is correct, but when Detroit scores 4+ goals, they are 17-0-3. When Detroit scores 3 or less goals, they are 0-16-1. Now look, no genius has to point out the fact that if you score 4 or more goals, you're going to win more than you lose. But you have not won a single game this year where you haven't scored 4 goals. That's a problem. It's a problem. Let's talk about the team with less of a problem right now. The Boston Bruins! There's not a lot to say about us. We're trying to continue the good vibes, right? After the Christmas break, come out, crush a few games. That's a 3-game win streak. We were worried. What are we doing? The top 6 remains the same for this one. JVR does get a night off, so we're going to run Steen on the 4th. Lauko's going to switch back to the left, and Heinen is going to be bumped up to Merkulov's line with Frederick. That line was awesome while it played together. Wotherspoon is in for Grizz, thank God, because Wotherspoon played out of his mind. He was excellent. We'll talk about him. Swayman. And also, the reason Grizz is probably benched for this one, it looks like they're easing him back in. That looks like a legitimate thing they're trying to do with the injury history and everything like that. Swayman is making his 100th start. It wouldn't be his best game, but a dub's a dub's a dub. And this is Zaka's 500th game as well. Also, shout out to the low-quality members, the YouTube membership program that you guys have joined. That's actually been huge. That's been huge. Obviously, any money that you're giving towards me is just unbelievable in the first place, but it's genuinely helped with crazy stuff that's been happening, like Larry's emergency vet bills, but it's been very helpful. So, huge shout out to you guys. Let's talk about this game. Puck drops! That was a pretty intense puck drops. I think I'm still worked up about some things that happened during this game. 8:35 in. DeBruska's going to go for holding. We're going to have the penalty kill. We're going to kill it. It's fine. The penalty kill looked amazing this game. 8:37 left of the period. It's been a pretty back and forth battle, but I thought the Bruins were better for most of the first. Geeky gets a tough chance in tight on Lyon. And Lyon makes a save, puts a glove down, but Geeky doesn't hear a whistle, so he keeps hacking away at Lyon. And Sherratt comes over and gets in Geeky's face. All of that should happen, right? You're smacking at my goalie. Let me get in front of you. They tussle a little bit. Sherratt cross-checks him in the teeth. Goes high on him. Okay, fine. They're going to throw a couple punches. Refs are going to call them both. I get it. And they're going to give the extra 2 to Sherratt. That situation was handled pretty properly. The reason we even got there is because the first 12 minutes, the refs were all over the place. And by that, I mean people were doing whatever they wanted. And it looked like the refs weren't very interested in partaking in what was going on. That's going to come back around. They're just losing control early is what I'm really getting at. It's not a great power play. Either way, 5:38 left. Beecher is going to go for tripping. We're going to go to the penalty kill. And during the penalty kill, Swayman is going to have a big scuffle right in front of him. And DeBrincat is going to slash McAvoy. Now, McAvoy was giving it to everybody in this. But from behind, in the back of the leg, he's going to get McAvoy. There was no intent to injure here. It didn't look like that to me. It was Jack acted like he went boom. He did not. He just got him good in the back of the leg. McAvoy, reasonably, is pissed and starts chasing after him. McAvoy gets 2 for roughing for presumably all the other crap from beforehand in the pile. And then DeBrincat is going to get 2 for slashing. So it stays 5v4 for another 37 seconds. Nothing comes from that. And then 2:59 left. I'm bringing this play up because it kind of bothered me. We're in their zone. Lorai's got wide eyes as he just knocked the puck down, put it on his stick, and he's got time and space to shoot. And they blow the whistle dead because Pasta and, I don't even know, Petrie are over. Petrie. What? Names are hard. These guys are cross-checking each other in the corner. Now look, I get why you're like, hey, split it up. Why are you blowing the play dead right there? That made no sense to me. Neither of them got called for anything. They just blew the play dead because these two, unless something else happened, maybe the net got pushed off, I just didn't see it. But I have no idea why it was blown dead with a scoring chance right there. Kind of a weird call. Fine, we'll move on. 51.8 seconds left. The Red Wings are pressuring, but Wotherspoon gets a skate on an attempted pass into the crease. And immediately, Pasta's going to jump on that and flick it high. He's going to Steph Curry the out of this. He's just self-censored. I'm trying to censor myself a little bit. Freddie's going to chase it down. And he's not able to corral this puck until he's in the right dot in the offensive zone. And I thought he had no play. Throw it on net, see what happens. But Freddie collects quickly, puts it on his forehand for a split second, right back to the backhand, and then roofs this over Lyon's shoulder. The problem is Lyon gets real aggressive and comes out way out of his crease. And Freddie's forward momentum, after scoring a goal, absolutely obliterates the man. And Lyon stays in the game, by the way. He's on the ice for like 5 minutes, and he still stays in the game. Weird with that much upper body contact. But hey, whatever. Freddie, during this interaction, I think you all should know, Shoutout comes over to have some words. Again, as you do, defending your goalie, regardless of the circumstances. And Freddie goes, come on. Fuck around, find out. Let's go. Shoutout doesn't approach him. There's space there. He could have. Anyway, that's a great goal. 1-0. We're going to move on to the second period. 4 minutes into the second, it looks like the Red Wings are about to break, which is basically a 2-on-0. It's kind of a 2v1, but both of them are just a step ahead of the defenseman, so it looks real dangerous. And then Lindholm chases down Wallman from behind. He had like 4 car lengths on the guy. And Lindholm gets there, strips him of the puck. Puck gets worked right back up the other side. And Freddie, from the right side of the ice, gets in the offensive zone. He doesn't really have a play to make here. Bodies are covered. All right, let me just get the puck to the net. Coyle's in front of the net. Get a rebound. Shoot low and hard. Get a rebound. Maybe Coyle finishes this. The low and hard shot just beat Lyon. Straight up. And we'll take it. That's a 2-0 lead. And a brutal sequence for a Red Wings team that just looked like they had a scoring opportunity. Got stripped from it. It looked like something could have been called there, but I didn't get a great look because they didn't replay it a bunch of times. Either way, live absolutely looks like there could have been a call. So the fans of the building are livid, and it goes right back down and scores them. It's a brutal sequence for them, but we do love to see it. 10:05 left, Swayman, excellent goaltending, makes a huge glove save, diving across on a scramble in front of the net. During the play, Pasternak's going to go for cross-checking. He's going to have to go to the box, and it is a gutsy kill. The penalty kill. Oh, it's just so good. 6:59 left. Lohrei gets caught a little high in the neutral zone. This is not his fault, or fully his fault. Pasta loses the puck, trying to go through somebody in the back half of the neutral zone. Lohrei sees the puck trickle behind Pasta. He goes, I can jump on that. He does, and bumps it forward. Now he skates right up to the center, and that puck goes right to a Red Wings player. And so they gain numbers, and they go into the zone. And Lohrei is late trying to get back to his assignment. Zacha recognizes that and takes his assignment. Therefore, you have a trailing player all alone. And that's exactly what happened. They got the puck deep. We have too many guys covering in front of the net as Lohrei catches up. Wallman is all alone to come down the center of the slot. They're going to whip the puck up to him, and he's going to sniper Rooney and cheese! Top glove. Can't even, I love giving the sniper Rooney and cheese to us. Can't do it with this one. That was a gorgeous shot. And it's 2-1, just like that. And then 3:18 left. It's a great shift by the Bruins, and it ends so poorly because we have so much pressure. Can't make anything happen. It happens sometimes. But then they get in the zone. They force the puck low. Shoutout comes late. They get the puck up to him, and he buries this glove side too. Almost identical to the Wallman goal, right? 2-2 ball game. Here's where we start to complain. The Bruins challenge, because on the replay, I dare you to go watch it, Rasmussen comes over, uses a stick, and knocks down Swayman's glove seconds before that puck goes right over his glove and into the net. Swayman has his right foot in the crease and left foot out of it, and they do a 5.5-minute review. And they call it a good goal. On the ice, they said because he was outside of the crease, there's no goaltender interference, which is, just so you know, incorrect. Goalies are still allowed to make saves outside of the crease. If you impede their ability to make a save purposefully, then that is not a good goal. No matter where on the ice, you could be in the neutral zone. If you dove to make a save on a puck as a goalie and someone came through and took your legs out, that's goaltender interference. That is how the rule works. I promise you that. So that's a bullshit explanation. And then later in the game, they released this. After video review, it was determined that the actions of Brandon Carlo contributed to Detroit's Michael Rasmussen's stick making contact with Jeremy Swayman's glove outside the crease and therefore did not constitute goaltender interference. Okay, so basically they're calling it incidental contact by Rasmussen because of what Carlo did. Now, there's a couple issues here. One, you didn't say that on the ice. Two, the replay doesn't show that and blatantly doesn't show that. The reason you guys have so little faith from your fans, speaking to the referees, is because you double down on calls that are so bad. If after the game, the referees simply went, we missed it. We messed that one up. That was a video review. The booth in Toronto made that call, right? It had to. One of two things happened here, is what the fans will assume. One, you are too much of a fucking pansy to take the goal away. You're a coward. And that's why you were afraid to take the goal away. That's not true. There's no way that's true. There's no way the ref is like, oh, the home crowd's going to get real mad at me. I got to find a way to keep it. No way. The second reason, they think you're doing it on purpose. This is why fans lose faith in shit. Because it's so blatantly wrong that they think you're doing it on purpose. A call this bad, unless I have severely missed a replay that changes everything I've saw, then this was as bad as it gets. And you want to hear like a terrible fanboy bullshit statement? Investigate them. Investigate who made the call. There should be frequent investigations into the referees anyway, and the union doesn't allow that, I'm sure. But I would investigate these guys monthly, because this is a billion-dollar organization, multi-billion-dollar organization, that people are now gambling on. Frequently. Obviously, that's a biased, crazy fan take. It feels realistic to me. That was so blatantly incorrect by the letter of the rule. And the explanation on the ice wasn't even following a rule. They found a reason to count it. It feels that way. Were they cowards? Did they do it on purpose? Or are they just so unbelievably incompetent? Literally unbelievably. Like, I could not believe when the call was made. I was shocked. I was dumbfounded. Flabbergasted. Are they that incompetent at their jobs? You get the benefit of replay. How are you so bad at this? Anyway, so now we go to the penalty kill, right? Because we failed a goaltender interference challenge. 36 seconds left of that penalty kill. Wotherspoon's tripped up, and we are going to go for 4v4 for 36, and then we're going to have a power play, do nothing with it. Third period starts. And this video is getting too long because of the massive explanation I just had on the goaltender interference because they're so bad at their jobs. 3:52 in. Great work on the set play, and this felt amazing. Coyle wins the faceoff on the right side with some help from Marchand. He's going to bump it over to McAvoy, who's going to go down that right wall, and this was so... If you love the technique of hockey, Marchand spreads out to avoid having too much clutter on this play, right? DeBrusk goes straight to the net. Basically a decoy. Not really, because he might get the puck. He goes straight to the net. Now Larkin and the defender ought to do that as well. They got to cover that threat. Larkin does not see Coyle just shrink away to the slot. The other defenseman has to stay relatively low in case there's a cross-crease pass, anything attempting backdoor. Their whole team misses Coyle. And it's mostly because Larkin misreads this and decides to drop on DeBrusque with the defender, preventing McAvoy from cutting into the crease. So McAvoy just gets to see Coyle stand there, flicks it right to him, and he buries this blocker side. It's 3-2. Huge, huge 4 minutes in to the third period. And then 8:23 left. McAvoy is going to go for tripping. We kill it. 2:01 left. After a few scary moments in front of Swayman, Jakey breaks it out. And he's going to get tripped about halfway through the neutral zone. But as he's falling, he's going to fling it down the ice. And he buries it. It's 4-2. 1:30 left. DeBrusque is going to go for tripping. Which was a trip. I saw people complain about that one. That was a trip. There's a lot of ticky-tack stuff they called. That was a trip. And 8 seconds into it, they score. They get the puck down to DeBrincat, who's on the right side of Swayman. He's going to just collect and throw this in on the net. Swayman makes the first save. And then Comfer, who's uncovered, just standing in front of him, grabs it and throws it 5-hole. And it's 4-3, and we got a minute and a half to still be real frantic. We handle it. And Zacha gets the 130-footer. It's 5-3. That's your final. And your game notes? The refs are bad at their jobs. We know that. Beecher, benched for the entire third. Merkulov got 1 shift in the third. Lauko got 2 shifts in the third. That's a lot of bench bodies. There was a lot of rest and downtime in this game because of all the calls and the fights and the scrums and all that kind of stuff. So I can see why they're going to have lower minutes than usual. But you're benching a lot of guys. And Merkulov, I thought, he's simple, quiet, but really solid. I'm actually really surprised. And again, Merkulov's getting crushed in the faceoff dot. He's not good at them. Like, I get that aspect of it. But you just straight up, you benched him. Beecher, I thought, has been really struggling lately, so I get that benching. Lauko only getting a couple shifts. That wear and tear goes on other guys. It's a lot of guys to bench. If you want to bench him for the last 8 minutes of the game, I get it. And I guess Lauko, you can kind of make that argument because he did get 2 shifts in 12 minutes. It kind of makes sense, I guess. But just, Monty does not have a lot of trust for these guys. And I get it, but it does feel like he takes it to an extreme level sometimes. He wanted this win, though, and I think we all did. Lohrei, good. He was good again. He's getting a little too comfortable right now. He has had multiple plays where he takes on 4 guys at once, which is dangerous no matter who you ask. He attempts plays that are pretty crazy. And you know what? A lot of times he does the thing. He wins it. But there's a lot of plays where you go, all right, slow it down a little bit. He's going to find that middle ground. That confidence spike is a good sign. He just has to learn where the sweet spot is. That's a good problem to have. You're going to notice that, though, or you might already have. He really got confident quick. And then lastly, Wotherspoon was awesome. Wotherspoon was awesome. He defended so well. His breakout passes were clean. He didn't force anything. Through and through, just great. He's not like an offensive threat, but he was getting the puck to the net. I thought Wotherspoon was really, really good and deserves a shout-out for this one. Do you know who else deserves a shout-out for this one? Freddie. Freddie! That's the name that wanted to come to mind. Great game by Freddie. He calmed down once Merkulov was off the ice. But great game from Freddie, and he deserves a shout-out as well. That's it. That does it for me. Enjoy your New Year's. Please be safe, guys. Please be safe. I don't know who's actually going to be watching this one because you're probably out partying. But hey, go Bees. Go Bees! Thank you for watching. But of course, we've got to give a shout out to the low-quality YouTube channel members. Need a real name for that one of these days. Starting with the top line tier, the Atomic Lizard, Bradley Johnson, Aaron Adams, Coach D, Just Aaron, Darren Woodbury, Micro Sausage, Brett Arney, Pincent, Justin Barnard, and Nick Zatrullo. You guys are studs. And then we have our Stallions, Abraxion, Hailey E. Coyote, Joel, Jacob Pratt, Jason Ozzy, Bruin Connolly, Tupton Detashi, Jonathan Harvey, DeKingery, The Only Newts, A Tasty Snack, Doots42, Bruin Smash, and Jeremy. Absolute legends. Thank you guys so much for your support, and go Bees.